The Black Barracuda is the last of the big MANTA Force ships I need for my collection, and I stress the word need. We've already looked at the original release in the Manta, and we fawned over the subsequent release in Red Venom, and we held our noses as we fell in love with the Bog Rocket, which was the last of the truly big ship releases. The Black Barracuda was third in this lineup, and indeed the danger posed by the ship, piloted by the robotic Carnoids and their leader, the Bastard Mad Carnock, caused the Manta and Red Venom to combine their forces against this new foe. I fucking love Manta Force, folks. The Barracuda continues the trend of being very visually distinct from the rest of the line. This sleek black and red beast just oozes malevolence. At first it doesn't appear to be as fully featured as the last two releases, but there's so much personality squeezed in, it's hard to be disappointed. The top of the ship does detach. I think it's supposed to clip in so you can carry it, but after 30 plus years it doesn't want to play the game. Still, we can pick this thing up and appreciate the undercarriage. Two nice purple struts keep the Barracuda off the ground, and at the front we've got this tank-treaded piece of landing gear with its own laser turret. And at the front there's these menacing big teeth, four of which fire on one of the most delicate firing mechanisms you've ever seen, so please take it easy. Of course, it wouldn't be Manta Force if these things didn't pop off and become something else, but something else for who? For whom? Whomst? I told you already, that bastard Mad Carnock and the Carnoids, please pay attention. The Carnoids are these multicoloured bionic dipshits, each of them capable of exchanging parts, meaning you've got quite a lot of choice in how you want to present them. There's loads of arms and extenders and legs to attach, and quite an array of possible bludgeoning arms, mallets, knives, hooks, pizza cutters. In fact, these lads could quite easily be repurposed into evil robotic chefs. These astro bastards can also hitch a ride on the side of the ship, which is reasonably adorable. Well, I know what you're thinking. Where is this Mad Carnock that you won't shut up about? Well, if we lift up the top section of the Barracuda, we not only reveal the land-based station, but also the wonderfully named Gulp. Gulp is the closest thing we've got to a functioning iron in our house. It's a mixture of tank and prison ship, used to take Manta Force prisoner for their nefarious needs. Press the badass skull logo on top and Gulp opens their mouth. But what's that inside? It's guts! Described as a voracious vehicle like a living backbone that captures the Manta Force in its tendrils to feed Mad Carnock. I love these little tendrils. You can wrap the Manta folks in there, and what a horrible time they're all having. I like to stick a decomposed Manta lad in there too for some extra flavour. Opening up guts, we have the lad himself, Mad Carnock, a mental looking organism which I think was designed only for killing. Maybe? Anyway, I dig the design, and I especially dig their brain is exposed and glows in the dark. The peg on the bottom lets Carnock connect to most pieces that the Carnoids can, like on top of Guts. When Guts is deployed, the Gulp can scoop up as many morsels as they wish. It's ghoulish. So we have the Carnoids and Mad Carnock, but what do they do in their spare time? How do they relax? Well, attach Carnock to the hull section and it becomes their robot factory, overseeing the production process. Nobody likes a micromanager, man. There are some stickers inside that suggest some sort of forced android transformation of the Manta Force, but I don't see any other real suggestion of that in the fiction. It's a nice, chilling touch though. The Carnoids can run their errands in quite a few novel ways. Those struts from earlier come off to become two ski outriggers, capable of sending Carnoids out for a romantic dinner for two, or a double date. The ships on each wing can detach and become these airborne vehicles in case they just fancy a quiet night at the cinema on their own. Carnock has their own personal vehicle in the Funkoid. I swear I'm not making these up. Bluebird was nailing it in the 90s. It's not as impressive as Vile Stinkhorn's personal ship from the Bog Rocket, but it feels like this entire thing was a test run for that final release. The front landing gear comes off to form the Luger, which turns into a little personal tank for whoever gets there first, and as ever, I'm getting big Eliminators vibes. The Carnoids were all about creativity through the various combination of toys. The back of the box shows how it can combine with other Carnoid sets you can find absolutely fucking nowhere. All these ships are of such high quality it's almost impossible to pick a favourite. Each has such a unique personality and feel, and I mean, I do love the horrific body horror of the Bog Rocket, so I'd pick that if I had to, but no one's asking me to, so good. The only big playset still to go is the Battle Fortress, which you'll be glad to know is on its way soon. And hey, if you're not glad, that's your prerogative, friend. A big thanks to everyone who supports the show through patreon.com/TRDQ, especially Jarrett Benbow, who says their favourite toy of all time is Energon Megatron. Very chunky and satisfying figure, so I get it entirely. Thanks, Jarrett. And if you'd like to share your favourite toy on the show, just sign up for the Patreon and get sharing. Okay, that's enough shilling for 1 month. Goodbye.